What's up, Bills Mafia? Today was day 2 of training camp, and I got all the sights and sounds for you. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
This is VZ Music.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you. Well, day 2 of training camp is in the books, and day 2 of having no electricity in my house is in the books as well. As you can see, I am recording in my car just for Bills Mafia. But, so this today will not be my typical video where I normally react to the highlights of training camp, where I do a side-by-side. So today I'm just going to quickly tell you a little bit, little bit of notes that I had written down. So real quick, there were some injuries around the league today. Jalen Ramsey suffered a bad knee injury and is going to require surgery. His season is most likely over. Also, Joe Burrow had something wrong with his calf. So I haven't heard much about that. So let's see what happens. I would say keep your eyes peeled on that. Also, Cam Dantzler for us went off the field a little early, but there's no reports of anything right now. So keep your eyes peeled on that as well. So today the Bills took the field for day 2 of training camp, and it looks like Christian Benford is getting a lot of reps. A lot of reps over Kaiir Elam, that is. So that's something to also keep your eyes peeled on. That is very interesting to see. They said he's gotten the most reps with him and Dane Jackson so far. But once again, it's day 2. There's no pads on. You know this is how Sean McDermott likes to do things. He always splits times early on in camp with 1s and 2s. So I also expect O'Cyrus Torrence to be with the 2s and 1s during camp. So I want to get too worked up with that. Also, Kincaid was working with the 2s today as well, and with the 1s. Kincaid is getting, by the way, huge pop by Bills Mafia. Super excited to see what Dalton Kincaid can do. He is probably one of the biggest stars out in the field so far in training camp, with him, Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs. But man, my goodness. Justin Shorter, Trent Sherfield were on the jug machines early on. Then they got to playing with the 1s and 2s later on. It was a back and forth from what I heard on offense and defense. Jordan Poyer had a good takeaway towards the end of training camp, interception that is, and the offense also looked pretty good at times. So a little bit of back and forth, and that is expected. You know, it got me thinking, now that Sean McDermott is the defensive play caller, man, how interesting is camp now, right? So he's the head coach. Right? So he wants the offense to do good, but he also wants the defense to do good. So it's like, I don't know if he's ever going to get be pleased by what he sees in training camp. Because if you think about it, right, before he's just head coach, you got Leslie Frazier there. Leslie Frazier is battling Ken Dorsey, right? So Frazier could be happy that his defense won, and Ken Dorsey could be happy that his offense won. But now you got your head coach's defensive play caller going against his own offense. It's strange to me. So I don't think he will ever be happy with the results every day. I'm just throwing that out there, right? Because it's going to be even. It probably will be. But anyways, also just real quick, Ken Dorsey spoke to the media today, and also Gabe Davis. And I'll talk about Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey, basically, man, he sounded like he is ready to go season 2. Year 2 of being offensive coordinator, and man, I am excited to see what he brings. He understands the personnel that Brandon Beane has gotten him this offseason. He's excited about Kincaid. He's excited about James Cook. So listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a way different year under Ken Dorsey in year 2. And I didn't think year 1 was as bad as many think. And neither did Stephon Diggs, by the way, who mentioned Ken Dorsey on day 1 and said, hey, guys, we were second in the league in scoring. We were the second best offense. At times we struggled, but ultimately, we went 13-3, and he was a rookie OC, so give him a little slack. So, and I agree with Stephon Diggs on there. Now, Gabe Davis had a interview today also with the media, or sat down with the media, and he talked about how his ankle injury mentally and physically bothered him pretty much for the whole season, and how he had to kind of, change the way he played his game last season. And I mentioned that a lot last season. I've suffered ankle injury. I actually broke my ankle, years ago playing basketball. And I know the mental side of it and the physical side, but the mental side is just, it's something else, man. So he went through that last year, and this year he's coming in 100% healthy, and I expect a big season from Gabe Davis. So look out for him this season to have a rebound season from last year. And no, I didn't think he had a bad season last year. He just had a case of the drops. And if he improves that this year, he's a 1,000-yard receiver, in my opinion. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tomorrow, I'm hoping my electric comes on so I can do day 3 of training camp the way I want to do it, which is side by side, and kind of giving you a reaction to the video as it plays. So guys, Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills and enjoy this video. I'm out of here.
Hi, trying to go. Hi, trying to go. I got you later. Wherever we utilize him, one, he's got tremendous route running ability, and does a great job, as a route runner, to whether it's attacking leverage, whether it's setting up people with his stem and his route, so just the route running ability and body control to get in and out cuts, obviously, I think is good. Really undervalued for his speed and his quickness getting out of cuts, and I think that'll help him as well. And then just natural feel for the game, just things that maybe guys need like 4, 5, 6, etc. reps, but he goes out first time and just kind of has that natural feel for the game. So I think those are all just natural things that he has. And then as his rep count builds within the system, whether it's wherever he is, aligned, I think he'll just continue to grow exponentially just through those experiences. The exciting part about it is you can really grow and expand from stuff that the foundation that you laid last year, and then I was really happy with kind of how OTAs and training camp or mini camps went and everything. So to be able to take that and then just continue to build off that momentum and build off of what these guys did and how hard they worked in those sessions and really continue to grow, I'm very excited about. So for me personally, as a play caller and developing the offense, I really feel like that just the more exposure you get to it, the more experience you get to it, the more things come naturally, the more situations that come up that now you've got that experience, and then you can rely on that and then just easily react when these things happen instead of having to sit there and process it for a second, which I think anytime things just become second nature, it makes things a lot easier and a lot more fluid in terms of the process, whether it's calling plays on game day, setting up a practice script, adjusting things in practice, and there's just a lot of variables that go on in this game, and experience, as you continue to grow, just continues to help that.
Nice.
Oh, there we go,
Yes.